Hello, and welcome back to Dark Roast Jedi Sabers. Today I have a Korbanth Crossguard 2.0, which is Korbanth's take on Kylo Ren's lightsaber. So I have weathered this hilt to look more like the Last Jedi version of the hilt, in which it is cleaner than it appears in The Force Awakens. It comes with the Proplicators button greeblies, and so this greebly is actually your auxiliary switch, and this one is your primary switch. The saber comes equipped with Crystal Focus and Neopixel. It's got a battery runtime of about 25 minutes if you're running white and drawing as much power as possible, but up to an hour with other colors. And so the side blades are using stock custom work 4-prong adapters, and then the main blade is just a standard custom saber shop adapter. If you want to activate the saber, just take off both magnetic panels, which exposes your kill switch and recharge port, and then flip it in, and that will wake the saber up. And main button press will turn it on. Crystal Focus 10 comes with Smooth Swing, which is, an incredible feat. It's the most realistic saber sound that there is. It also allows for accent swing, so if you swing it hard enough, it will actually trigger one of the classic swing sounds as well. And then if you swing and hit the auxiliary at the same time, it'll trigger special sounds. Hit the auxiliary for blaster block and hold it for lockup, and then hold the main button to turn it off. That was Kyberphonics Unstable version 1. That's the only extra sound font that this saber comes with. Other than that, it also is equipped with the standard Crystal Focus sound fonts. I believe there are 15 in total. And I've already gone through and programmed each so that they have appropriate blade profiles. And so, you shouldn't need to do any extra programming. Now, as for putting the blades in, get your side blades and make sure they are pressed all the way in before tightening, because the way that Crystal Focus works is the side blades are actually a sub-blade of the main blade, meaning that the main blade cannot turn on without at least one of the cross guards on. Now, the way that I've wired it, it's actually this crossguard, so if you really want, you can take this one out and just leave this one and the main blade, but, it's easy enough to put all of them in, but you want to make sure they're pressed in because, if you're hyping up your friends to see this and, you get it on and only one side blade comes on, well, that wouldn't be great fanfare. As for the main blade, that is your primary blade's retention screw. So just put it in and tighten till it is finger tight. Once your kill switch is turned the proper way, just hit the activation and the saber will turn on. These side blades, most makers do not stick with the side blades that come with the saber because the tapered shape is so hard to diffuse properly, and so it took so many tries, but I finally figured it out, and it actually looks really good. So if you are trying to change the colors, what you're going to do is press the auxiliary switch and the main switch to enter spectrum, and then you can twist to dial your colors to be whatever you want it to be. Now, given that this is a Kylo Ren font, of course I would go with red. And then if you want to change the color profiles, you're going to press and hold, and it will say color blade profiles. So this is unstable with heat tracking, unstable without heat tracking. There's fast unstable with heat tracking, fast unstable without heat tracking, Jedi Fallen Order, and then sequel trilogy, original trilogy, and the profile makers preferred, which you won't see a difference here, but they have different ignitions, different other behaviors. And then surprisingly personal favorite of mine, the Rainbow Blade, which is really cool to show what this can do. Honestly, I thought it would be ridiculous, but seeing it in person, it's just really neat. I also have a gradient, like a moving gradient blade, a still gradient blade, rain blade. This is slow rain. This is slow rain. That was fast rain. And then flame blade. And flame blade without heat tracking. So yeah, you can just dial in whatever you like and then press the main or auxiliary switch to lock it in. As far as fonts with smooth swing, press and hold your auxiliary switch to enter the font selection. So we have unstable, and then as far as the other fonts, the ones that have smooth swing are Mad Cow's Hoth and Shatterpoint. And Hoth, you know, of course I picked kind of a Hoth blade. And so you see how there was no lockup? That's because this is the original trilogy setup, where it mirrors how the sabers acted in the original trilogy and didn't have lockup. Entering the font menu again. And we'll pick Shatterpoint, which just brings me back to when we thought that Mace Windu was Snoke. So yeah, those theories really went somewhere. Anyway, this is really one of the best sabers that I've made, and will definitely be a great addition to your collection. Now, if for any reason you should need to edit the files, you know, upload your own fonts, or change the way that the different blade profiles behave, what you're going to do is take a Phillips head screwdriver and unscrew the top screw on the belt clip, place that aside somewhere safe, and then flip out to expose this hex key, and then unscrew that until it is just elevated, and then you can actually slide the pommel off. So this was inspired by Harp lightsabers, who actually on his version of the KR Crossguard had the red wire slide into the clip, and so I've done that same thing here. So what that does is exposes this cutout where you can see your SD card is back in there, and so you're going to need some pliers to press and take out and then make any changes you want. Or if you want to use rice, you can access the micro USB. I would recommend a micro USB where the head is actually at a 90-degree angle, just for ease of access. If you're going to do programming with the SD card, make sure that power is off to the board, which right now it is not, so you would flip that off. But if you're going to use rice, well, you can look in the manual for all the instructions on how to do that. So once you've made the changes you need to, you can hit switch back on, and then slide the pommel back onto the hilt while also guiding the wire into place. Then you will tighten the set screw and tighten the belt clip screw. And you are good to go. So this saber will be listed on eBay relatively soon, and if the buyer has any questions or changes that they want me to make, I am happy to do that. Just comment on this video, or let me know if there are any changes I can make. Thanks for watching.